So this week, I would want to start off by telling you guys why tenses. So why are we doing tenses, and then we'll continue doing tenses. Okay, and also why are we doing tenses? How like we are currently doing tenses. Okay, so last week we just did one tense. We have 12 of them, but we did one first, right? We did simple present because personally, my personal preference, I find simple present tense to be quite favorable. It's a nice tense. It's not very complicated. Okay. Essentially, what we learned was that tenses are basically three of them are the primary ones, which we all know in both Hindi and English, which is present, present, past, present, and future, or present, future, and past, however you want to call them. Okay. And then in every single one of these, we have four divisions, right? Simple present, present perfect, continuous, and perfect continuous. I think I'm getting it right. Yes, it's perfect continuous. Right? So we have these four divisions in every single one of them. Now, essentially, if we understand the divisions and we know the tenses, what we understood was that it becomes easy for us to then work with them. Right? Also, we have been doing our previous week's ka homework because that has been lagging. Hello. That has been lagging for a lot of us guys, which was the paragraph that you guys were to write. Okay. So I would want everybody to clap for Vaishnavi first. Okay. And then I'll tell you why we are clapping. Okay. So everybody's gonna be clapping for Vaishnavi. Good. Good job. We're clapping for her because she is one of the few people who completed her assignment and submitted it on time and as close as time as it gets. And she has diligently written every paragraph that I've asked you guys to written. Durgeshwari has also written and shown her work to me. Excellent job. Now, for those of you who've not written anything to show it to me, I'm asking you guys, why do you not want to show your work to me? Hmm? Listen, I have abhi tak I've only corrected Vaishnavi's work. Okay, Vaishnavi, do I have your permission to show your answer for 1 second to everybody so that they know how I correct things?
Which answer, Didi?
The one that I sent to you on WhatsApp today.
Yes.
Oh, I'll show you guys how I plan to correct your answers if you give me your answers. Okay, the primary thing would be for you to give me your answers, right? I can't correct them without you giving it to me. I wish I could. I wish I could peep into your brains and be like, oh, is that what Suvajit is thinking? Okay, let me just correct him right there when he's thinking it and not writing his assignment to me. Right? Okay, so this is our this thing. Also, Ayush and Durgeshwari, don't you have good network? You guys usually have your videos on. That's why I'm asking. I okay, she was there. I forgot. Ayush, you have bad network today? All right. Wait. Okay. So this is how I plan to correct your answers, okay? Don't look at her paragraph or her mistakes. I want you to see how I want to be correcting you guys. And once I've corrected you like this, I want you to reread what I've corrected and reread it with the corrections and then try and make sense of it. Okay. Now, when a lot of you will send your assignments to me, I wouldn't, obviously, only a couple of kids, and I'm yet to send Durgeshwari hers. I've finished yours. It's in a separate notebook. So I'll click a picture and I'll send it to you. Very well done, both of you guys. But there are such two people have done it. Okay. So I had a lot of time. I utilized that time. I hand wrote their answers and then I took a red pen and I corrected it. Okay, when enough number of you guys and I want you guys to send it to me, will send it to me your written answers, either on WhatsApp chat texted, or Durgeshwari had written it with her pen and clicked the picture and sent it. I would print your screenshots out, okay, or I'd print your pages out so that I get the opportunity to circle your mistakes, because that's how I feel like I want to correct the answers. All right, currently at this level at least. Because there are certain sentences that I read your sentence and I know that there's something that's not fundamentally incorrect with the sentence. It's not like you can't comprehend the sentence. Comprehend matlab समझ में नहीं आ रहा. Comprehension करते हैं ना हम लोग. We read a paragraph, we write question answers about it. Comprehend means is to understand something. Okay, so it's not like I can't comprehend what you're saying. The difficulty is it could be said in a much better manner. For those of you guys who are doing create, I think that is something that you're working with there as well, right? So the sentences are not essentially wrong, but the sentences can definitely be improved. And that is what we are trying to bring in through writing answers, okay? Because we can get more confused and fluent with our vocal English talking when we talk to each other in class. But writing is the core of what you have in your brain, in your heart, with a language. Okay, that it comes out when you write. So please write your answers. And a, a lot of backdate homework has been kept. Okay, so this week I'm going to give you a new homework, and you are it's on you to do that homework or not. Now I'm not going to ask you again to do it. Those of you guys who are already doing it, they are improving from it. Okay, yeah, Ayush, you sent me your paragraph. I was thinking that I'm forgetting somebody. You have sent me your paragraph and I've read it also. I've made some corrections. I will send that to you too. You two guys are in a different notebook. So I'm talking to those of you guys who are yet to send it to me. I can understand that it's difficult to share your answers. It's difficult to sometimes sit down and write. I get all of that. Trust me, I do it on a daily basis, right? I have a lot of assignments, and sometimes even I don't feel like writing. So I don't blame you, and I'm not holding you as a criminal. You've not committed an offense per se, but I want to help you improve to the level when you write, somebody reads it and they are impressed by what they read. They don't just understand what they read, they are impressed by what they read. Okay, and now this is the reason why we're doing tenses. Okay, we are not doing tenses because I want Nishtha to be so perfect that Nishtha is like, oh my god, Didi, the formula for present perfect continuous is this. No, I don't want to hurt. I never want Nishtha or any one of you guys to be mugging up, as I told you guys, the formulas, because trust me, people have come up with them. They have exceptions, they have problems. But people like me have problems with them, but there are formulas, okay, that you can mug up and be like, yeah, as per the formula, this is a correct sentence. But that's not how we are doing this, because when you learn a formula, you have to think of the formula before you think of the sentence. And that's not how language comes to you. You don't sit and think, हाँ तो मैंने अब मेरा यूज किया है तो इसके साथ मैं करूँगा यूज करूँ कि करूँगी यूज करूँ. नहीं, you don't think about that. It just comes to you, right? When you're talking in your native language, for some of you guys it's Marathi, you don't think 10 times before you speak. You speak because it's in you, it's ingrained. That's the level we are to reach. Every day you listen to me speak, trust me, just paying good attention and listening to people when they speak can do you wonders. Okay, so the fact that you guys regularly come for lectures like this and sit and attend Pehchaan lectures in general is a huge progress, and you'll see it, and you are probably already seeing it. That's why you're consistent and that's why you're putting in efforts. But trust the process. Okay, so I trust learning tenses might have a benefit somewhere. Don't mug it up, just understand it. Most of you guys, now that you've sent me your written answers, I do know, I saw your mistakes. That's why I took up tenses. I thought tenses is a good topic to teach now, because tenses was something that you guys were making a lot of mistakes with. Tenses is something that I realized you guys were struggling with when I heard you talk to each other. And we understood what tenses are, right? Verbs. What is a verb? Any word that talks about action, right? So learning, talking, sleeping, walking, mostly ing words. Okay, but not always ing. Okay? They they are in a very close relationship. They are friends with tenses. Okay, a correct verb, the correct form of a verb needs to be used with a correct tense. And that will make a lot of difference in how grammatically correct your sentence is. Okay. So we're going to be learning these tenses understanding these tenses, and how we are going to be using these tenses is going to be a different manner than how we usually use tenses. So in tenses, what we're going to do is I'm going to give you guys sentences, and you're going to be reading them or like doing them, and you're going to be telling me what is the mistake in the sentence. Okay, so you will have to take out the mistake. Like I take out your mistakes, and I tell you, ki, no, no, don't use this word with this word. You're going to be taking out that mistake. Okay, and that's something you're going to be doing with the help of tenses. Consistency, everything will, you'll understand that. All right. So we will move on with our tenses first. We'll go to our, we'll revise our simple present. Okay, I want somebody to revise simple present for me. Okay, who here thinks that they know simple present now after the last classes session? Think about it. Do we remember? Sorry, Bolo.
Hello.
Yes, Sejal.
Didi, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Hello.
Yes, Sejal, you are audible. Can you hear me?
So, simple present tense means the thing which we do daily. In that, when we tell no, so in that we do not present that we are doing now, or we will do, or we did that work. It means we do daily. For example, I go to school.
Very good. Perfect. We also call it, that is why we call it indefinite, right? It is definitely going to happen, right? We did the word indefinite, right? I'm sharing the screen with you guys. Give me a second. Yeah. So we read how it has two main uses. Remember, we use simple present tense when an action is happening right now, or when that happens regularly. The regularly part is what Sejal so beautifully explained right now. Okay, it happens daily. There is no doubt about it happening. Okay, I wake up daily. It's not like it wouldn't happen that I don't wake up tomorrow. I will have to. I will wake up. I know it'll happen. Okay, it's indefinite. The sun rises from the east, it sets in the west. Facts. It happens indefinitely, hence it is simple present. Okay? Now, let's go back and let us look at the second one. Okay? Now, please understand, comparative learning. Okay? Comparing and then understanding better. Like how Sejal said, it is not continuing in the present. It's not happening right now, but it just happens daily. Hence, it's simple present. Right? She used the definition of present continuous. She used the definition of, past, future continuous, and she then explained, she then facilitated, she then used all those other definitions, like it's not this, it's not this, it's not this, hence it's this. Are you understanding? She said ये नहीं है, ये नहीं है, ये नहीं, इसलिए ऐसा है ये. So that is something that you will understand when we go further with our study of tenses, is that is how tenses एक दूसरे को they complement each other. अगर मुझे अच्छे से simple present tense समझ में आ गया है, तो मेरे को present, present perfect, present continuous समझने में easy रहेगा. ठीक है? So let's now go with present perfect. Okay? All right. Can somebody please volunteer to read this out for the class? Please?
May I?
Yeah, please go ahead, Sejal.
Hello.
Go ahead.
The present perfect tense refers action or state that either occurred at an indefinite time in the past. Example, we have talked before, or began in the past and continue to the present time. Example, he has grown impatient over the last hour. This tense is formed by have or has plus the past participle. The construction of this verb tense is straightforward. The first element is have or has. Depending on the subject, the verb is conjugated with the second element. Is the past participle of the verb, which is usually formed by adding ed or d to the verb's root. Example, walked, cleaned, typed, perambulated, jumped, laughed, sorted. Although English does not have quite a few verbs that have irregular past participles. Example, done, said, gone, known, worn, thought, felt, eaten.
Perfect. Thank you, Sejal. Okay. So a lot of fancy words here, all right? And we're going to understand these fancy words, but we are not going to let these fancy words confuse us, okay? Present perfect tense easily bola jaye to what it describes is either an action or a state that has that has occurred at an indefinite time in the past. So I'm not telling you when it happened, I'm just saying it happened. Okay, so we started the English classes. Okay, so we started the English classes, not had. Okay, we started the English classes. I'm not telling you when did we start them, but somewhere around the line we started them. Okay, or began in the past and continue to the present time, like English classes is still going on. Okay, this tense is formed by, now this is the formula presentation that I talked about. Okay, it has have slash has. Okay, and plus the past participle. Now, past participle is a huge word for a verb that talks about an action in the past. Okay, say it with me, a verb that is talking about an action in the past. Okay, so in the past, in the sense, what do you do if you want to convert a thing, okay, one word into past? You mostly add ed or d, okay, what which they have done and shown. Okay, so walked, cleaned, typed, perambulated is a huge word which is basically to just launch off something. Jumped, laughed, sauteed is you saute vegetables. Okay, so you saute your bhindi when you make bhindi ki sabji. Okay, so we will add ed or d to make it a past participle. Okay, now verb, doing words, adding ed, past participle. ठीक है, आगे उन्होंने क्या बोला? They talked about exceptions. Now I told you guys there are always exceptions in the English language. No, sometimes most rules are not universal. Okay, so इधर क्या है exceptions? There are a lot of such words in the English language where there is an exception in the past participle. Now you don't have done. Didi, I've done that task. No, it's done. I've done that task. Okay. You don't have said it. I have said it you now. No, I said to you or I told you. Okay. Gone. You have not gone, you just have gone. Okay. So most of the times when you have a past participle like this, you'll know when you're wrong. Because it will not sound right. It does not sound right to say known, right? Had I known it, I wouldn't have done it. It doesn't sound right. You'll know it won't sound right to you only. Because you've heard enough people speak English now and you know how it sounds, how correct English sounds. Okay. So don't worry about that too much. The exceptions will settle in. Aapke brain mein they'll find a place and they'll eventually na you'll read a sentence and you'll know whether it's right or not. As I tell you in every class, you'll read a sentence and you'll be like, oh my god, this is wrong and I need to correct this. Okay. It'll come to you naturally. But for now, what are we doing? We're understanding what present perfect tense is. Okay. So the name is pretty nice, no? It's perfect. It's present me, it's perfect. है ना? How is it perfect एकदम present में? कि ये कोई ऐसी चीज है जो शुरू हो चुकी है और अभी प्रेजेंट में यू नो चल चल अभी तक चलते आई है. अभी चल नहीं रही है. अगर चल रही होती तो वो कंटिन्यूस हो जाता. वो नहीं. अभी तक चलती आई है. It started some time ago, but it's still going on, and it's in the present. It's right now. Okay, that is your present perfect. And when it comes in sentences, what it would ideally look like is it would have a has slash have, okay, and it would have your past participle. That is your verb mostly with an ed or a d. Okay. Now, have these people been kind enough to give us examples? That yes, they have been. These examples show how the present perfect can describe something that occurred or was the state of things at an unspecified time in the past. Okay? I have walked on this path before. Do you see your have there? Yes. Do you see the verb with an ed? Yes. It's a present perfect tense sentence. Now, another way you'll know it's a present perfect, not a past or a future, because I have walked on this path before. Okay, पहले हुआ है और मे बी अभी हो रहा है तभी वो इंसान बोल रहा है ना? आप ऐसे आप किसी रास्ते पे फिर से जाओगे तभी तो बोलोगे कि हाँ मैं इस रास्ते पे पहले भी आई थी, राइट? So I have walked on this path before. I have eaten the lasagna here. Maybe you've just entered your restaurant and you're like, oh, I've eaten the lasagna here. Something that happened in the past and you're talking about it right now. Okay, let's go further. The important thing to remember about the present perfect is that you can't use it when you are being specific about what happened. As I told you, when I'm who's unmuted, can you please mute yourself? Okay. You can't talk about specifics here. I told you it started in some indefinite time. If I start to say, oh no, but on 1st January we started the English classes. Now that's not present perfect. You're not talking about something definite here. It is talking about somewhere in time. Okay, I have put away the laundry. This is a present perfect sentence. But I have put away the laundry this morning. Then becomes a past का sentence क्योंकि आपने past में कर दिया वो काम. ठीक है? When you go to specifics, the tense changes. So remember, it is not a specific. You're not going to discuss specific details. आपने कब किया वो काम? नहीं. Present perfect में you're not talking about it. Present perfect में बस it happened sometime in the past. Okay? The vagueness is there. Have, has, ed, a certain amount of vagueness. Okay? You can use the present perfect to talk about the duration of something that started in the past and is still happening. Okay? She has had the chicken pox since Tuesday. It started a while ago, and here they are even giving you details. ठीक है? So आप ये बोल सकते हो कि वो पास्ट में शुरू कब हुआ एंड अब वो चल रहा है. ये वाला ऊपर वाला सेंटेंस और ये वाले सेंटेंस में डिफरेंस सिर्फ इतना है कि ये जो काम था ये खत्म कर चुके थे आप. मैंने बोला सुबह मैंने लॉन्ड्री हटा दी, काम खत्म, है ना? इधर वो लड़की को चिकन पॉक्स है तो अभी भी है, अभी भी उसको चिकन पॉक्स है. शी हैज हैड चिकन पॉक्स सिंस ट्यूसडे. चिकन पॉक्स हैज नॉट बीन क्योर्ड. ओके, सो यू कैन गिव स्पेसिफिक्स when a task has started in the past and is still continuing right now. Okay. So I told you there were two conditions: continuing right now and started in the past. When they're together, you can give specifics. If they are not together, if the task is not continuing abhi present mein, then you will not be giving the specifics of present perfect. Okay, and that's pretty much it for present perfect. Now, first of all, I know how confusing this is. Okay. Second of all, it is going to get easier. I can assure you that much. Okay. And present perfect isn't as complicated. It's actually very easy to identify. Okay. You have to look for has or have. है ना? And you have to look for ed. है ना? Then you'll know it's a present perfect sentence. हाँ, जब मुझे बना, when I have to make a present perfect sentence, what I need to, remember a couple of things. If the task has finished, if your task has finished, you will not give the specific details. Okay? And ideally speaking, if the task is still going on, right now in the present you can give the details. We had been having English sessions since 1st January. Okay? हाँ दुर्गेश्वरी पूछो.
Didi, if I say I had completed my homework, so it's past perfect tense, right?
I have
Not a
completed.
present.
No, it's simple present. I have completed my homework. Has
I had,
slash have. You have completed your homework, right?
yes. So it's present,
The present sentence. You made the
present
correct
sentence,
sentence.
not present perfect.
Sorry, it's present perfect. I'm sorry. It's present perfect sentence. You made the correct sentence.
Okay. Okay.
Okay?
Yes. And if I need to use past perfect tense, it's different, na, right, Didi?
Yeah, that's
It's
different.
different.
We'll come to it when we come to past. Don't think
Okay.
about it right now. Okay?
Okay, Didi.
ठीक है तो सिंपल प्रेजेंट में क्या था वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट इनडेफिनिट थिंग्स है ना वो चीजें जो हमेशा ही होती हैं है ना एंड जो कि एज अ मैटर ऑफ फैक्ट हम लोग स्टेट कर रहे थे ठीक है उससे अभी हम क्या आ गए एक और नई चीज आ गई हमारे पास जो कि है प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट नाउ दिस प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट किस चीज के बारे में बात कर रहा है कोई ऐसी चीज जो पास्ट में शुरू हुई और अभी तक चल रही है ना या फिर कोई ऐसी चीज जो पास्ट में होके खत्म हो गई और मैं अभी बता रही हूँ आपको उसके बारे में आई हैव वॉक्ड ऑन दिस पाथ बिफोर मैं वॉक करके चली गई थी घर आई एम नॉट स्टिल वॉकिंग ठीक है that had happened in the past before. Now I'm just telling to you about it. In the present, why is it present perfect then if it had happened in the past? Because I am telling you about it right now in the present. Okay? I can very much change the tenses of that sentence and it'll mean the same thing, guys. And that's a different technique and everything. It's something that's not very important. Okay? Yes, please tell me.
लेबर कैंप
You
लेबर
have
कैंप ना दादर भाजी मार्केट नहीं आधा घंटा
that. Okay. So, thoda thoda, are you guys understanding what is present perfect and how is it different from simple present? The presence of has, have
Yes,
will
Didi.
make it very evident for you guys. Okay. The ed past participle bada sa word, but wo wale words we will make it easier for you to grasp when it's a simple present sentence. Okay. But rest assured, you will know when it's a simple present sentence. Okay. Once you have, but you are, I will give you this week I will post your, I promise, I'll post your Google form with both of these things. I was trying to make a Google form for you guys, but I could not come up with more than two questions. And I was like, because it just done one tense, right? Now that today I'm going to finish at least three tenses. Abhi हमारे पास time भी है. So then I can make a comparative and वैसे करके form. ठीक है? So that it'll be a concrete form. And I don't want to make it too easy because then all of you guys score full. And I don't mind you guys scoring full. But if every one of you is scoring full, that means it's really easy. So it should be a little bit of a challenge. Okay. So let's go to our next tense for today. And yeah, also please remember I am here to solve your doubts. And sometimes doubts don't arise while I'm teaching. So if doubts come to you, don't be afraid to put them on the group, and if you're too shy to put them on the group, text me. Okay, but for tenses, the easiest way for you to understand is for you to ask the doubt that's coming in your brain, because our every single brain is unique. You can trust this much. You might think कि, oh मेरी शक्ल बहुत ही normal सी है. Trust me, वो भी नहीं है normal. But brain तो definitely unique है. सबका. Okay? Every one of you has a unique brain. So your doubts would be yours and yours alone. Okay? But if you ask them to me, it might clarify things for a lot of other people. So ask your doubts. Okay? Let's move on.
Didi, I have
Yes, please ask.
Didi, you gave example that she has had the chicken since today.
Hmm.
So here, first present is used and past tense is used. Why like that? I didn't understood that.
Okay. So as I told you, when Sejal, when we are talking about a present perfect sentence, no, it will talk about something that started in the past or that had happened in the past. But it is still coming under present perfect because I'm talking about it in the present. I am making that sentence and it'll mostly sound like a conversation to you. It's happening in the present. That is how it becomes present perfect. That's how we have has has एक word आप उसको present से associate नहीं करते ना. Has तो past का verb है, right? Word है, sorry, है ना? Have on the other hand is present का verb. But present perfect में we will be describing past का events, but they will be coming under the umbrella of present perfect because we are talking about them in the present right now. Okay, so right now maybe I'm telling Durgeshwari that she has had chicken pox since Tuesday. Okay, but अभी भी उसको चिकन पॉक्स एक तो है ना, अभी भी है उसको चिकन पॉक्स, और दूसरा मैं अभी अभी बता रही हूँ दुर्गेश्वरी को कि उसको चिकन पॉक्स है. ठीक है. सेकंड टाइप का सेंटेंस क्या था जो हमने पढ़ा कि आई वाज नॉट स्पेसिफाइंग एनीथिंग, आई डिड द लॉन्ड्री, आई डिड द लॉन्ड्री. Now I did the laundry in the past only. I mean, I'm not doing it right now. But if I tell you I did the laundry this Tuesday, then it in the morning, then जो sentence उन्होंने दिया है, I did the morning laundry in the morning. When I specify that, that's when it becomes something that I had done in the past. Okay, I will specify. For example, I have walked on this path before. है ना? ये भी एक sentence था. ये भी एक sentence था. अब हमने इसको हमने present perfect क्यों माना? क्योंकि इसमें specify नहीं कर रखा था कब in the past have you walked on this path before. 4 days ago, when I was with my friend Sejal Kesarwani, I had walked on this path. Now that makes this sentence something else, which we'll do later, but not a present perfect sentence. Okay? So no specific details up till the task is still continuing even now. Past mein shuru ke, if it's still continuing now, then give your specific details. Okay? Let's do present continuous. That will make things a little bit more easy for the other two tenses as well. Okay? All right. Present continuous. Okay. The present continuous verb tense indicates that an action or condition is happening now, frequently, and may continue in the future. What are the three things? Happening now, frequently, and may continue into the future. The present continuous formula is to be, am is are, plus verb present participle. Okay? Example देखते हैं. Aunt Christine is warming up the car while Scott looks for his new leather coat. They are eating at Scott's favorite restaurant today, Polly's Pancake Dinner. Okay. हमारा present continuous would be any sentence जो कि present में है, ठीक है, अभी हो रहा है, काफी होता है frequently, and it might continue in the future. Let's look at the detailed description and then we'll get it better. Okay. Also, present participle. Like we did past participle. उसमें क्या था? जो verb था वो ed के साथ past वाला बन के आ रहा था. इसमें जो verb होगा वो present वाला बन के आ रहा होगा. हम लोग देखेंगे कैसे बन के आएगा. Then it will become much easier. Okay. The present continuous इसको present progressive भी कहते हैं क्योंकि progress हो रही है. Okay, because the progress is still happening, it's also called present progressive. Okay, tense is a way to convey any action or condition that is happening right now, frequently or maybe ongoing. Three conditions याद रखनी है. Okay, it's happening right now or frequently and maybe going, maybe ongoing. अभी चल रहा है और शायद चलता भी रहे. Okay. It adds energy and action to writing. Why do we use present continuous? Because it adds energy and action. because you're describing an action that is happening right now and might as well continue. Okay, and its effect helps the reader understand when the action is happening. Imagine Aunt Christine has surprised her nephew Scott for his birthday and is going to take him out to his favorite restaurant. ऊपर वाले sentence में हमने क्या था? Aunt Christine, ठीक है? Okay, let's convert this example into something that we are more familiar with. Okay, Rakshita Didi is warming up the session for Vaishnavi's introduction. Okay, I'm currently warming up this so that in the future Vaishnavi can come and she can do her introduction. Okay, it is a present continuous sentence. I'm currently continuing to warm you guys up. Okay, so अब मैंने जब ये आपको बोला तो आपको पूरी पिक्चर समझ में आ गई ना. वन सेंटेंस में you understood what is happening in the class. You even understood what might happen in the future. So this sentence, are you understanding the power of this sentence? How this sentence is explaining more things than the last two ones, the last two tenses that we talked about. That's why they're saying that it talks about action. It brings energy into writing. Okay. Let's do one more example. They waited at the red light and Scott worried that they might miss their reservation. This is a past tense ka sentence, okay? Please don't get confused. Okay? But now they're going to, I think, I don't know why did they give a past tense ka example, but what I really want to convey is how the event unfolded. ये तो हुआ, ठीक है? This sentence is describing ये हुआ, ठीक है? They waited at the red light, ठीक है? And Scott जो है, he worried a little bit that they might miss their reservation because it was his favorite restaurant. But now, if I want to convey how this happened, okay, how this was happening and show the action as it is happening, make it more interesting. Okay, when I'm telling you guys the story of how I was going out with my family, I wouldn't say it in a past tense form. I would want to say things in a present continuous form because that will make you guys interested in it. Okay, so they are sitting in Scott's favorite booth, the one with the sparkling red plastic seats. For how long? They have not told. But we do know that they're sitting there right now. It's happening right now. Okay? We read about the three conditions, right? Now, it's happening right now. It's continuing to happen. It happens frequently. है ना? And what was the third condition? It is happening right now, frequently, and may continue into the future. Right now, frequently, and may continue into the future. ठीक है? तो ये this is the now वाला situation. They are sitting in the booth. Currently sitting. Sitting here is your present participle. Okay? As you can see, it's just another verb. Okay, but they describe it as a present participle because it's the form. As I told you, there are forms of verbs. This is the particular form of verb which describes your present. Your past participle, which we were doing in your present perfect. Now, can you see how terminology can get so mixed up with these things? But the past participle that we had in present perfect was talking about a verb in the past. Okay, but right now here we are doing a present participle that is talking about the verb that is being done right now in the present. Okay, let's do one more example. The waiter is standing behind the counter right now with a notepad in his hand and a pencil behind his ear. A very typical image of a waiter, right? They have a pencil in there, they have a chota sa notebook, and they fatafat se write down. I don't know how do they write so quick without a table. I could never. But they fatafat se they write down and they take the order. Okay. So the waiter is standing behind the counter right now. They've even used the words right now to to increase the emphasis on how it's happening right now. Vaishnavi is trying to understand tenses right now, or Vaishnavi is understanding tenses right now. When she was trying to understand, trying was the present participle. Ing is one of the common ways of the existence of present participles, okay? You'll mostly find your ing with the verb. So she's trying to understand. She's understanding. Durgeshwari is smiling. She's doing it right now, and it's your present participle. Okay? Are we understanding the present participle a little bit? And we know the past participle already. So we know two types of participles. That's progress. Past participle is the one with the ed and the d. है ना? It has exceptions. We'll come to that. Okay? Let's do one more example. Are you waiting to open your presents after you eat the pancakes? Again, you have your ing, right? And it's a question. Now, this is also a present continuous question, because if he is waiting, if Scott is waiting, he is currently waiting, might wait in the future as well, up till he has finished his pancakes. Okay? Did you guys understand this? Okay. Let's go over the formula also. ठीक है? Present continuous formula. To be, so it's going to open, right? It's going to be happening. Okay. Am is are. Okay. Let's see. Is waiter is standing. Okay. I am going to be conducting this class. Okay. Are using the usage of is, am, तो bracket में इन तीनों में से कुछ भी आ सकता है, and the verb is present participle. Now the verb, present participle verb in itself is a very telling one. I am going to submit my homework on Friday. Yes, it's a present continuous sentence. Good job. Good job, Rukmini. Okay. When to use the present continuous tense? Use the present continuous tense with the appropriate to be verb with a dynamic verb. Okay. What is a dynamic verb? A dynamic verb shows action and or slash or a process. Dynamic verb is just another fancy word, just like present participle is. Okay. What we will keep in mind is our ing usage. Okay. This is the important part that we should read. When to not use present continuous tense. Okay. Pay attention to this. When to not use present continuous tense. Do not use the present continuous tense with stative verbs. What are stative verbs? Stative verbs show a state of being that does not show qualities of change. Let's see the examples, okay? Verbs can stay in simple present. These verbs can stay in simple present. For example, Aunt Christine is preferring the maple walnut pancakes over the banana peanut butter ones. She's preferring something, okay? The correct way to be using that sentence is Aunt Christine prefers the maple walnut pancakes. Here, the stative verb to prefer shows opinion and therefore should not conjugate into present continuous. Stative verbs categories include emotions, to love, to belong, to recognize. Okay, तो किसी state को describe कर रहा होगा वो. कैसे? For example, Vaishnavi loves to draw. Okay, she and Vaishnavi loves to draw and is going to be doing a drawing for us today. Okay, now she loves to draw here becomes a stative verb. Okay, and that stative verb is something that you do not use present continuous tense with. Okay, so mostly stative verbs ke saath aap continuous, you'll just know it's not going to be there with it. Okay, it's a little complicated. Let us not think about this too much. Okay, if this is confusing you right now, block it in your mind. Okay, and I'm not going for the exception rule right now. Let's look at the basics here. Okay, we did three tenses abhi tak. We did simple present. Also, do you guys feel how one ka description is getting a little more complicated as you move? It's like you're upgrading levels. It's like you're playing a video game, and once you understand this tense, the next tense that comes is going to be more complicated. Well, it's going to decrease in the complication ka level once we have done all four. Okay. The last one is present perfect continuous. Oh, it has three words in its name. But we're going to do that separately. We're going to do that the coming week. Okay. But we're going to, today we did two more tenses. Okay. We did present perfect and present continuous. Okay. I'm going to be, you guys already have the entire link on the group, but I'll separately share it again. The bonus thing for this week is to have one entire this thing Google form that is going to be dedicated to asking questions so that your tenses get a little firmer. Okay. And I want you guys to be reading up this particular thingy, but don't read up so much and extensively that you get confused. Read up to the extent you're getting it. Like the first paragraph is the easiest paragraph. It talks about very basic things. So for every tense, or at least for the tenses, the three tenses that we have done, try reading the first paragraph. Okay. Now for the written homework that I was going to be talking about. So, you guys, three of you have submitted something written to me already. And I want those three of you to also do this exercise. But this exercise, I want it to be done very seriously. Okay, so when you're writing it, write with a lot of concentration as if you're writing an answer for your exams. Okay, submit it to me like that. Okay, preferably type it down as a WhatsApp message so that I can get the screenshots printed. Okay, the topic that you're going to be writing about is hmm I'm I have a doubt between two topics and now I'm just thinking which one should I give you guys. Okay, Durgeshwari, you want to suggest a topic or what?
No, Didi, I have one doubt. May I ask?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes. So, Didi, I had already written two passages about first. You said that diary about that I have already, but when you do that simple present, simple present tense वाला जो ये था से उस दिन मैंने नहीं लिखा क्योंकि मुझे ऐसे लगा ये इस बार नहीं लिखना है तो वो भी लिखूं मैं अभी.
If you have missed the diary entries, oh, if you are guys, oh, I wanted to talk about that. Thank you for
नहीं.
reminding me. So, if you're enjoying writing the diary entries, continue it forever. But the week's assignment, the week that I told you to write diary entries,
Yes.
is over. So, you are
हाँ.
not bound by me to write diary.
Okay. हाँ.
But if you're enjoying writing it, and if
Okay.
you feel like that is something that is
Hmm.
helping you out personally, then please continue to write it. Okay. But for this
Okay.
week
No,
specific,
Didi, our
sorry,
daily.
bolo.
Sorry, sorry.
बोलो बोलो. It's okay, बोलो.
दीदी मैं बोल रही थी कि हम लोग लाइक डेली डायरी बाजू में लाइक वो लिख रही है हम लोग सिर्फ
Okay.
फीडबैक का जो मैंने पैराग्राफ आपको भेजा है ना उसको कंटिन्यू नहीं करना है ना वो ओवर हो गया ना
No, no,
ऐसे
no.
मैं
That
पूछ
was
रही थी
only for one
ओके ना
Republic Day wala.
यस इट्स राइट ओके
Okay.
ओके सो आई विल सेंड यू सॉरी फॉर दैट
No, no, that's completely fine. All right. I think I have my topic with me now. Okay. So for this week, the paragraph that you're going to be writing is going to be about my favorite person in the world. Okay. It could be your mom, your dad, your best friend, your sister. I don't know if you love your sisters that much, but your sister, your nanny, dadi, your dog, your pet. Okay, your person. Okay, my favorite. I think I'm gonna let pets and lovely animals be included in persons. Okay, if you guys want to go about it like that. Okay, so my favorite person in the world, you have the liberty to either be talking to that person in that paragraph or just talking about that person in that paragraph. Like you're talking to me, you'll be like, This so and so person is so nice." For example, I love my dad, so my dad is this nice, my dad does this, this is why I love him that much, how he supports me. I'll talk about that. Okay, so it's going to be a comparatively, once you have decided what person you want to talk about, it'll be an easy exercise to write it. Okay, I want all of you guys to send it to me and send it to me soon. Okay, so that I can start correcting. So by next week you will have all your
Okay.
answers corrected and sent to you. Yes, Amit, do you want to talk about something? Sorry.
No, Didi.
Okay, no problem. All right. So I'm hoping everybody understood the tenses, the two tenses that we did today. If you didn't, please text us on the group and ask me about it. I will explain again. Okay, you're going to get your Google form for this week, and we are going to write one paragraph each, and we're going to sub. What is the topic? Okay, the topic was my favorite person in the world. I will send it on the group again. Okay. So my favorite person in the world is gonna be your topic. All right. So write one longish paragraph on it and click your pictures or type it down and send your WhatsApp messages to me on DM. And I'll see you guys next week. Next week, probably we would have done all four types that exist in tenses. So things will start getting better and easier from then on. Okay, but we're not going to lose faith that we can understand tenses. Okay, we're going to know tenses and we're going to understand tenses very well so that we can use them to our benefit. Okay, does anybody have any other doubts whatsoever?
Didi, can I mention two people
Yes.
or two persons
Yeah.
in that? Thank you.
Lovely. So you have a lot of favorite people. That's a good thing to have. Okay, any other doubt? Nope. All right. So I'll see you guys next week and take care of yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see you. Okay? Bye bye.
Bye, Didi. Thank you.
Bye, Didi. Thank you.
Bye, Didi.
Bye.
Thank you, Didi. Bye.
You're most welcome.
Thank you, Didi.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye bye. Bye, Ashnavi.
Bye, Didi.
Bye, Ahmed.
Bye.
Bye.